Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Dean Einhorn, Jessica Einhorn. Secretary Geithner, our esteemed graduation speaker, Provost Minor, SAIS faculty and staff, other honored guests, and especially members of the class of 2012 and your families and friends, I am delighted to welcome all of you to the commencement ceremony of the Paul H. Nitze School of Advanced International Studies, SAIS, of Johns Hopkins University. Today, we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2012 as you embark on careers of leadership in the international sphere. We congratulate you on receiving your SAIS graduate degree and on the vision, dedication, and hard work that helped you achieve this major milestone in your lives. Many of you are at heart adventurers. You've traveled the world and you've witnessed its dynamism and diversity, as well as its despair and even violence. Your determination to leave the world a better place is what brought you to SAIS. In 2012, as we tackle challenges as diverse as nonproliferation, economic stress, emerging China and other powers, climate change, and so much more, trained, intelligent leaders are more essential than ever. With your understanding of economics, your knowledge of regions and the modern disciplines of international affairs, your expertise in languages, and an education that has combined theory with practical training, I and we are confident that each of you is more than ready to lead. As many of you know, I was once a student at SAIS. The school was much smaller then. But one thing has endured, a commitment to international engagement. Looking back at my experience as a graduate student, it was paradoxically in the classroom that I learned to look beyond. Our faculty is this school's beating heart. They share a love of teaching and a firm belief that real-life experience is the ongoing laboratory for theory. This rare blend of real-world engagement and scholarship is what sets them apart. As we honor you, the 68th class to graduate from this unique institution, it's appropriate to remind ourselves of the great SAIS mission, to prepare future generations of leaders to help shape a better world. At the end of the commencement, the students will present the Max M. Fisher Excellence in Teaching Award. And while we single out a very special professor at this time, we are mindful of the enormous contribution of the 73 full-time faculty and 109 part-time faculty who enrich our school while helping our students understand the world outside our doors. A special welcome this year to distinguished visiting scholar John Lipsky, visiting scholar and agricultural expert Robert Thompson, and Deborah Browdigam, SAIS's new director of the International Development Program, who is a professor of international development and comparative politics. I also want to commend my Dean of Faculty, Professor David Lampton, who I thank again for his great wisdom and leadership through years of service. Our faculty has made SAIS a center of scholarship in international affairs. As we search for answers to formidable global issues, our work is strengthened by our affiliation with the great and prestigious Johns Hopkins University, the first research university in the United States. For our students, there is also partnership with other universities, which has 27 of the class of 2012 has been enabled to pursue dual degrees in business, law, and public health. In choosing SAIS, I know that many of you were drawn to Washington, D.C. location and the city's rich academic and professional advantages. Our wonderful triangle of campuses in Bologna, Italy, Nanjing, China, and Washington makes us a truly international school. And today we are indeed fortunate to have Dr. Kenneth Keller, the director of our Bologna Center, with us. Let's hear a round of applause for Ken Keller. His work and our international campuses allow our students to gain a first-hand knowledge of world affairs from other cultural perspectives. I would add that we are also international in our diverse student body, which represents 55 countries. But today, of course, we come together united in one purpose, and that is to honor and celebrate our graduating class. Each SAIS class has its own personality and character, its own legacy, and we all loved the class of 2012. You reached out beyond your books and the classroom to educate yourselves in the fullest sense of the word and to further SAIS's mission. During the school year, you took trips that spanned the globe. You took opportunities to combine travel with learning for on-site study well beyond your classroom. The conflict management students took a field trip to Tunisia. The strategic studies staff studied the Battle of Britain. The international law concentrators went to Bangladesh, the SAIS Corps in Honduras, energy and environment practicum in Guatemala, Middle East studies concentrators to Malaysia, and many, many more. Indeed, SAIS students are always on the move with practicums, regional trips, and your own remarkable personal adventures. 9 outstanding members of the class of 2012 were chosen as finalists in the Presidential Management Fellows Program, and 7 SAIS students were offered Boren Fellowships to study and research in areas of the world that are critical to the United States' interests. In addition to these awards and accolades, you stretched your intellectual muscles as journalists and scholars, writing and editing the SAIS Observer and the scholarly SAIS Review and the development program SAIS Perspectives. And as if that were not enough, while tackling a rigorous course load, many of you interned in the private and public sectors across the city and around the world. Working with the Student Government Association, Career Services, and the Office of Student Life, 35 career, regional, and activity clubs played an important role at SAIS by hosting a variety of terrifically innovative programs and events. Clubs, because of where you are and where you're going, are an integral part of the SAIS experience. This year, the clubs themselves hosted over 60 different career programs and over 100 cultural programs. The 2012 recipients of the Career Club Leadership Award were the members of the International Finance Club. The winner of the Activity and Regional Club Award was the SAIS Corps Volunteer Organization. Again and again, when I asked what made this class so distinctive, I was told it was strong student leadership across the school in programs and activities. I would like to express particular appreciation to the members of the Student Government Association, led by SGA President Chris Cochran. Give me a wave, Chris, so I can see where you are. Chris worked throughout the year with his colleagues in the student government on behalf of the student body. So to all of our club and other leaders, your initiative and encouragement helped make these past 2 academic years the great success we all enjoyed. Our whole community carries special memories of you and of what you've done, which will linger for years. Last year was your year of demography, and this was the year of agriculture at SAIS. Throughout the year and around the school, we learned how to review scholarship and exchange ideas on timely topics ranging from food production and security to the development of biofuels to the impact of global climate change, agricultural trade, and rural poverty. At school-wide events this year, students and other guests heard from prominent figures across a wide array of topics. With so many a year, it is always hard to choose just a few, and this year was no exception. So if I can get to my next page. Illustrative of the richness of our extracurricular activities, the visitors included Kosovo President Atefet Jajaga, White House counterterrorism advisor John Brennan, Thomas Friedman, columnist to the New York Times and co-author with our Professor Mandelbaum, Milan Vivir, U.S. Ambassador at Large for Global Women's Issues, the chairman of the UK Financial Services Authority, who gave our Rostov lecture this year, Lord Adair Turner, U.S. Aid Administrator Raj Shah, and SAIS grad and, of course, U.S. Undersecretary of State Maria Otero. We salute our SAIS students who study, travel, hold internships, and choose amongst 500 events and speakers at the school in Washington. They engage in public service and they find time to party together and participate in the culture of our city. You honored a SAIS tradition by having fun at the Mr. and Mrs. SAIS competition, the Cherry Blossom Ball, the International Dinner, SAIS Palooza, and of course, those great Friday happy hours. But now it is late May when we celebrate the most significant event of all, the conferring of degrees. You're leaving SAIS to begin, as they say, a new chapter in your lives of international engagement. Today you, the class of 2012, join the family of SAIS alumni, an extraordinary group of individuals who hold positions of leadership in government, academia, business, journalism, and nonprofit organizations in this country and around the world. We also owe much to our extended family of friends and contributors, some of whom are here today. And I want to particularly acknowledge our staff, all around you today and making this day possible, who, working with our associate deans, provide support as well as a human touch to every aspect of life at SAIS. Thank you all for all you do. Most importantly, I would like to honor the family and the friends of our graduates. As you can see, I hope, we have truly enjoyed your children and loved ones. They are adventuresome, idealistic, and caring people. We had the privilege of guiding them for 2 years, while many of you made sacrifices to keep them here. Your love, your support, and your patience have made this day possible. You are our most honored guests, and you deserve our applause. And now to the class of 2012, as you graduate and move into professional lives across the wide spectrum of international relations, I can't help but wonder how each of you will, in one way or another, help reshape the world as countries, institutions, and individuals adjust to changing realities. There is so much to be done. I trust that with leaders like you engaging in international affairs, we can look forward to a future and with opportunities for peace and prosperity across the globe. We are happy and we are all proud to send you into your chosen areas of professional life. Great hopes go with you, and I know you will live up to them.